you're saying to yourself, I see you're mixing things up a little bit with Freedom Championship Wrestling. Going away from the Puerto Rican Power, the big guys, and all that stuff, and you got Dermatological running the company. Explain yourself, you say. Alright, first of all, I'm 2K. Welcome back to Let's Play 2. This is FCW's first episode, and yes, Dermatological is the user player, and yes, he is the owner of FCW in this. He has purchased it, and this is because FCW, to me, I wanted to do something fun with it. I wanted to really sort of mix things up with one company, and I chose Freedom because they're yet another traditional old school company that, in my opinion, doesn't need to be. So, here's what we're going to do. Drop to low. Although, I don't know if I get... Key feature, comedy. Can we do it? Medium. Save. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're doing it via the editor. We'll do it live. Fuck it, I'll write it. And we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Okay, so Sean Gonzalez gone. You know, we'll just kind of go with all this stuff happening. We'll make this medium. Key feature. And traditional heavy. Let's data check this. Yes, the match intensity gets dropped. There's one thing that's good. Alright, so heavy lucha libre. Heavy comedy. Remind you of anything? Lucha ha ha. Save. Okay, so what we need is all the big guys can go away. They'll sort of be dropped down the card until they no longer need to work anymore. And we could bring in more of the comedy characters. So, let's look at what we got for active lucha males to hire. Firefly more than likely will be brought in. But, I mean, Arthur Dexter Bradley has sort of a thing. But I'm looking for more comedy characters like this. One. The Cosmic Rider. I don't know, that's hilarious. Crazy Miguel. Let's see. Do I want to bring on Crazy Miguel? Why not? He's crazy. Oh, he's not a... That's why there's so many people. Alright, can work in America. Close. That makes it a little better. Chess Maniac. Deadly Deadshot. Bring him in. Let's see. Medico. I don't really see humor. Helic Imperial. What is Helic's gimmick? He looks like a clown. Is he a clown? Oh, we're booking him as a clown. Okay. And I'll probably bring in the Night Terrors and Phobia at some point as a team. but not right now. I gotta work some people down first. So right now, this is it. But obviously, you know, we need to build up some characters, push down some characters. So it's going to be a very interesting start for Freedom. But a lot of the big guys are going to be pushed down. Puerto Rican Power might stay up top just because he's good and he's fun to work with. And he's got tons of popularity. So let's go over what the roster is right now. And then we'll kind of, I don't know. I'll tell you who's probably staying and going. Billy Russell, former MMA fighter. Not very good, but he worked in Japan for a while, got big as a wrestler after not doing well at MMA, and then he joined FCW in 2010 as he is Puerto Rican, so, I guess it makes sense to work for Puerto Rico. He will likely stay, but not as a face. I think the MMA guy, just roundhouse kicking luchadors in the face is a great heel gimmick. As well as Bradford Peverall. He's not an actual MMA guy, but his whole gimmick is that he has this knockout punch where, I imagine, and this is just kind of me, that pose that he's doing is sort of like the, he's looking, kind of picturing it, and then he has the picture-perfect left hook, which is almost like the WMD from Big Show, except the fact that he's a light heavyweight and not the Big Show. But he would be great. Him and Billy Russell would be a great tag team as heels, because you got the punches and the kicks and the stomping, and just the luchadors would have to find a way to not get hit with them, and you could have like people doing flips and getting punched out. Just good times. They'll probably stay. Carlos Gonzalez, younger brother of the former head booker who died. Needless to say, he will be staying, but will probably get de-pushed or a new gimmick. Right now, he's kind of, I don't know, he's doing more of a, fan favorite type, relative of a past guy. I hate to use that gimmick, but we'll see what happens. Handsome Stranger, too good to let go, doesn't work in this style. Unless I just have him be an anti-lucha guy, I don't see him sticking around. So there's that. He's a former SWF guy, won tag team championships, ended up going to FCW after a failed gimmick. So he's working as a suave kind of big time star type character, I guess. Hard to wrap my head. Sometimes I have him be like a suave ladies man, and sometimes I have him just use the I was in the big companies, you guys will never make it type gimmick. Hector Galindo, as well with Jesus Chavez and Rudy Velasquez, they make up the Latino Kings. And the Latino Kings are LAX. And they will be staying with this company because I love their gimmicks. I love what they are. I know they're pretty bad, but for a comedy company, gangsters have a lot of, I guess, potential for comedy. Hell's Bouncer, probably our first victim. He's going to get de-pushed. He's going to get de-pushed bad. He's going to start losing a lot. And I'm sorry if anyone likes him, but he's got to go. Island Boy Apollo, he is not very good, but And he's really only a brawler, which means in this company, he doesn't work. However, he is the current tag team champion, so there's a point to keep him. However, he's only an opener, so he's gonna lose that tag team championship really quickly, probably to, either some of the new hires or what have you. So he will be fodder on his way until his contract runs out, because I don't feel like firing him because he's young, and I feel like he could get some experience here, but he won't be re-signed. Chavez, he's a brawler, yes. He doesn't match the style, no. But he is necessary for the gimmick of the Latino Kings, and he will be staying. He's the big bruising type, whereas Galindo and Velasquez are the flippy floppies. Kid San Juan is a former backyard wrestler. He donned a Puerto Rican mask, even though he is not Puerto Rican, and now goes as Kid San Juan. He is good and will be staying with the company, but expect the fact that he is white and wearing a Puerto Rican mask to come into play eventually. Like, not just white, but not from Puerto Rico, and being a Puerto Rican patriot to come into play eventually. Because as far as comedy goes, I think that has potential. King Kong Kennedy, big fat guy, not good in the ring. He'll be gone soon. Kirk Jameson, not a flippy floppy guy. He might get lost in the shuffle here, even though he's very good. He's probably going to get lost in the shuffle unless I figure out like a really good gimmick to give him. Leper Messiah, he might stay because I love his gimmick so much. If not, I'll sign him to Pittsburgh Steel and have him go there. He is a psychopath who loves pain and will do things to get pain. Like either inflicted on him or inflicted on others, depending on the story. But it's a great gimmick, especially for just a bland fighting guy. I like brawler. I love it. So he'll probably stick around, maybe a mid-carder, or like I said, I'll just pick him up as Pittsburgh Steel and have him leave here. Mainstream Hernandez, he'll stick around as long as possible and probably become my next champion. He's got the dude gimmick down pat, so he'll be sticking around for that. Face, obviously, and sort of an islander, not a Puerto Rican islander though, more like a Cali, Hawaii islander. Although Cali's not an island, but you know what I mean. So he's a little out of place here, but Surfer Dude is comedy. So there you go. Matt Hawking, super cool guy. Expect a lot of comedy from super cool guy Matt Hawking. Usually he gets cut by me, but now that you got this company that favors comedy now, I think I'll keep him around. Ox Mastodon, C. King Kong Kennedy, he'll be gone soon. Puerto Rican Power, the Hulk Hogan of Puerto Rico. I know there's an actual Puerto Rican guy, the Cologne guy, Carlitos and Primo's father, who kind of was the same as Puerto Rican Power is in this game. He's 41. He is a regular wrestler, meaning that he does kind of everything but nothing great. He's got good enough basics to stay in the main event, and will likely be a constant main eventer and sort of like a straight guy to all the comedy going on. However, I can't see him winning another title unless it's a mid-card or tag title. So while he's going to be good, he won't be great. Rob Reynolds, a kicker who kind of like Tajiri, I guess. And expect him to be used in some like martial arts type comedy. So, like Kung Pao or Kung Fu Naki. whichever one you want. Rudy Velasquez, I've talked about the Kings a lot. He's, in my opinion, the best, and he starts off with a championship. So, yeah, he's going to get the biggest push to start, and he will probably be the first main eventer out of the group. Sensational Singh. He is an Indian born pro wrestler. Been working in America for a while. He kind of has like a Indian Ric Flair gimmick, played off for laughs, and I love it, especially in this new company, and I expect him to kind of get pushed because of that gimmick. Titan, big guy, punch, kick, headbutt. He'll be gone soon. So there you are, the Freedom Championship Wrestling starting roster. We're going to be bringing in a lot of people, so expect this one to have the most pre-show action out of any. And I may even do like a trios tournament on this, because they are in Puerto Rico, so you can kind of have it be part of the lucha thing, and because Chikara does it, and if you're going to be a lucha comedy company, just copy Chikara. That's it for now. They got a show in 11 days, and I will be back for that. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.